Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern, Ned Reynolds, in the studio Thursday morning in the immortal words of Rufus and Shaka Khan. Tell me something good.
Now, who do they play for?
Well, obviously the Bears.
Really? That's before my lifetime, I guess.
Rufus and Shaka Khan? You don't know who? Come on, Ned. Tell me something good. That was the time you were... Come on, man. You don't... Oh, well, guys, I'm sorry. After we're done talking sports, I'm going to have to school
Your
Ned
genre
on some
of music
Rufus
differs greatly from mine, so be that as it may. We'll give you some good news, though. The Lady Bears were clearly the better of the two teams against Stephen F. Austin in a play-in game last night down in Austin, Texas. Lady Bears won it by a score of 85-75, and they did so with 48% shooting from the field. That's usually going to win a lot of games. Cayman Beckemeyer, a young lady from Republic, all over the place, leading the scoring with 22, directing the team out on the court. She's a born leader and just a junior. She'll be back next year. Lainey Douglas had 14. Stephen F. Austin, which is out of the Southland Conference, only shot 38% from the field, I should say, and that's just not good enough to win, and didn't last night. So the Lady Bears advance now from the play-in round to the field of 64, and their first-round opponent will be tomorrow night. It will be the host team, Texas. They are among the top-ranked teams in America. It'll be a tough assignment, but the Lady Bears are a pretty good basketball team now. They can play the game. 85-75, Lady Bears over Stephen F. Austin.
Good job, Lady Bears. Speaking of the ladies, it looks like the WNBA and the league and the players all figured it out, and we're good to go there too, huh?
Well, it's in principle is how they term it, because the I's haven't been dotted nor the T's crossed. And interestingly, what happens here, and you knew this would, is a salary increase, or a increase, I should say, in the salary cap. Now, that's right. Are you listening, Major League Baseball? A salary cap. It exists in every sport except baseball. All right, that's the arguing point in baseball. We'll get to that in another subject. Anyway, the salary cap is increased from $1.5 million to $7 million. All right, what that means is the teams are not allowed to spend over $7 million. Well, if they do, they get a penalty involved, and that penalty is usually a rather severe financial penalty. And the WNBA teams are not in the same money bracket as the NBA, although the NBA teams, not all of them, most of them do support the WNBA. And the minimum salary for a WNBA player is now expected to be $300,000 a year. The average will be around $600,000. Now, that's pretty good. No, it is not up there with the NBA. It's not going to be for many years, if ever. But the fact is that it's a pretty good living. Lady Bears. The ladies of the WNBA are very happy with this contract. I expect it to be signed today or tomorrow, and the season will get underway in May.
Do you think, back to the player agreement with Major League Baseball, you think it's too late? I mean, you got teams like the Dodgers that are paying so much money out to players. How do you go to them and say, okay, well, now we're going to have to get you to come back on this? Is there going to be like a clause that says, okay, this money doesn't count towards this cap? I don't know. I really don't know what the solution is.
The owners want the salary cap.
Oh, yeah.
They want it. The players do not, because theoretically, a salary cap limits the amount of money you're going to make. Now, come on. You've got a bunch of players, not all of them by certainly any imagination, but not many of them are making a whole boatload of money, and they're big contracts. They're up to $25 and $30 million. That's not everybody, but that is some. Nevertheless, the players do not want that salary cap, and the owners do. Somewhere along the line, there is a middle road. I don't know what it would be. I'm not into economics that much, but the fact of the matter remains that somewhere they will reach an agreement. Otherwise, they're all going to lose.
Well, yeah, of course. Like I said, I just don't know how. I don't know what the logical solution is to the teams that are already paying so much money out. Now you're going to go back and redo the contract with the player. Do they get penalized just immediately? I don't know how that's going to work. It's going to be a lot more complicated than that, I think. Speaking of baseball, one of the Bears and Panthers back out on the field.
They play tomorrow. Now, the Bears will play tomorrow night. The game starts at 6:30, and they are hosting Middle Tennessee State from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. This is the opening of the home conference season. The Bears opened the conference season last weekend at Liberty and took 2 out of 3 from that team in Lynchburg, Virginia. Well, this time it's a 3-game series with Middle Tennessee State. Should be great weather. They're talking about it being maybe close to 90 over the weekend, which this old man absolutely loves. Anyway, the Bears and Middle Tennessee State, 3 games this weekend. Drury has a 4-game series coming up, but they will be on the road. They'll play at Springfield, Illinois, against Illinois Springfield. That's the name of the team in their conference. And it's a 4-game series. That'll be a good test for the Drury Panthers, who are coming off a loss to Pittsburgh State. That's a non-conference game, and that was earlier this week.
And the Lady Bears advance in the NCAA Women's Tournament. When's their next matchup?
They will play tomorrow night. The Lady Bears will be in Austin, Texas. University of Texas is one of the host teams. They're hosting the regional, and they're the number 1 seed in that regional, number 2 seed overall. It'll be a pretty good test for the Lady Bears, but they did come away with an 85-75 win over Stephen F. Austin. Now, there were 2 other games last night in the men's play-in round. How about Prairie View A&M out of Texas? They get into the NCAA field of 64 by knocking off Lehigh out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Are you familiar with Prairie View? You are, with one of their great players.
Yeah.
Do you know who won? They called him the Game Breaker.
Yeah.
Now, it's not before your time, but it is before your time as a professional. Otis Taylor.
Yeah, OT. Yeah.
That's where he played. In fact, he told me once, he said, I've been to Springfield, Missouri, playing basketball down there with Prairie View. Never so cold in my life.
Yeah, right. Go a little bit further north. You ever been to La Crosse, buddy?
Oh, he has now. That was a while ago. Anyway, the fact of the matter remains that, indeed, the Prairie View A&M team gets in there, and so does Miami of Ohio. They played Southern Methodist last night and beat Southern Methodist by a score of 85-75. They did it with 3-point shooting. Miami of Ohio was red hot. They are the Red Hawks, as a matter of fact, and they were red hot from distance shooting and knocked off Southern Methodist. So, indeed, a point of credibility for a team that's been maligned for not playing anybody. Miami of Ohio is there, and they will continue playing.
So we've got high school basketball playoffs continuing. What happened yesterday?
This is the end of the season for all of basketball in Missouri. These are the classes 4, 5, and 6 teams. That's the highest level of competition in terms of school enrollment. Now, what Misha has done this year is divide. The girls play a couple of days, the boys play a couple of days. Well, this is girls' competition. In Class 4, Stratford from just outside Springfield, Missouri, knocked off Cardinal Ritter 55-52, and Stratford will play Doniphan. That'll be later on today, and that'll be for the Class 4 state championship. In Class 5, the team that I really thought was going to win everything, too, Marshfield, got knocked off by Mary Institute Country Day. A close game, 59-52 was the final, and Marshfield will play for 3rd place against Grandview. So, indeed, it will be the winner, who is Mary Institute Country Day, playing Lift for Life, and that will be for the state championship tonight at 8 o'clock. That's in Class 5. And the Class 6 teams, well, the girls conclude that competition today. Boys pick it up tomorrow, and there are some boys teams from the area. We'll talk about them tomorrow.
And if we didn't need anything else to talk about, Blues, Cardinals, and Royals all played yesterday.
They did indeed. Cardinals beat the Houston Astros 4-1. These are exhibition games, of course. And the Cardinals play here in Springfield on Monday night. Cardinals beat the Astros 4-1. Royals got thumped by the Texas Rangers 12-3. And in hockey, St. Louis Blues fell in overtime to the Calgary Flames 2-1. Now, the Blues do get 1 point out of that when you go into overtime, and they need more than 1 point. They need as many points as they can get. Anyway, 2-1, Calgary gets the win.
Ned, have a wonderful Thursday, and I will see you on Friday.